Hello, my name is Monisha Goyal. My topic for presentation is vertical 2 and 3 phase separators, and I am going to present to Dr. Shashikant Yadav. So, what are separators? A separator is a large vessel designed to separate production fuel into their constituent components. The names of the constituent components are oil, gas, and water. The velocity of the gas in the vessel carries liquid droplets. I am actually here explaining you the principle behind the oil and gas separation, and I will and so first point is the velocity of the gas carries liquid droplets and the liquid carries gas bubbles. The physical separation of these phases is one of the basic operations in the production, processing, and treatment of oil and gas. Secondly, in oil and gas separator design, we mechanically separate the liquid and gas component from a hydrocarbon stream that exists at a specific temperature and pressure. Proper separator design is important because a separation vessel is normally the initial processing vessel in any facility, and improper design of this process can bottleneck and reduces the capacity of the entire facility. Downstream equipment cannot handle gas liquid mixture. For example, pumps require gas free liquid to avoid cavitation, while compressors and dehydration equipment requires liquid free gas. In addition, measurement devices for gases or liquid are highly inaccurate when another phase is present. So the separators are of two types based on the fluid flow. First is the two-phase separator. Second is the three-phase separator. They are also divided on the basis of the arrangement. First, vertical separators. Second, horizontal separators. Now, I would also like to tell you what are the factors which will affect the separation in these vessels. First, gas and liquid flow rates. That is, either it is minimum or average or at the peak level. Operating and design pressure and temperature. Surging or sludging tendencies of the feed streams. Physical properties of the fluids such as density and compressibility factor. Design degree of separation. Example, removing 100% of particles greater than 10 microns. Presence of impurities, just for example, paraffin, sand, scale, etc. Foaming tendency of the crude oil and the corrosive tendencies of the liquid and gas. Now, my main topic is the vertical separator. So I will define first vertical separator. What is vertical separator? A vertical separator is a vessel for the bulk removal of liquid or solid by gravity. Basically, I can say that its orientation is vertical. So if I say, if on the right side you can see the picture of the vertical separator. Here the components of a vertical separator are the inlet diverter, liquid level controller, outlet, pressure relief valve, mist extractor, and the gravity settling section. Now I will define all these components one by one. First the inlet. This is used to inlet our feed into the vertical separator. Inlet diverter section abruptly changes. It is used to change the direction of flow by absorbing the momentum of the liquid and allowing the liquid and gas to separate. Next, the liquid collection section, the chamber, basically, it provides the required retention time necessary for any entrant gas in the liquid to escape to the gravity section, settling section. Also provides surge volume. The degree of separation is dependent on the retention time provided. Retention time is affected by the amount of liquid the separator can hold, the rate at which the fluid enter the vessel, and the differential density of the fluids. Now, the settling section. Gas velocity drops and small liquid droplets entrained in the gas stream and not separated by the inlet diverter are separated out by the gravity and fall to the gas liquid interface. mist extraction section, which is present at the top of the vessel. It is used for coalescing. It is actually a coalescing section to gather small droplets less than 100 to 140 microns. As the gas flows through the coalescing elements, it must make numerous directional changes. The liquid, or how does the vertical separator actually work? Now I'm going to explain this. The liquid flows down to the liquid collection section of the vessel. The level controller and the liquid dump valve operate the same as in the horizontal separator. Secondly, separation occurs in the settling section. In the gravity settling section, the liquid droplets fall vertically downward, counter current to the upward gas flow. As basically we know that the liquid has the tendency to go downward, while the gases has the tendency to flow upwards. A mist extraction, as I told you earlier, which is present in the vertical separator, is added to capture small liquid droplets so that our liquid will not get wasted and does not get along with the gas. Pressure and level are maintained in the same way as we maintain in the horizontal separator. Vertical separators are commonly used in flow stream with low to intermediate gas liquid ratios. Now, what is the meaning of the two-phase separator? A vessel that separates the well fluids into two components, that is, gas and total liquid. The liquid, for example, oil emulsion, leaves the vessel at the bottom through a level control or dump valve. And next, the gas leaves the vessel at the top, passing through a mist extractor to remove the small liquid droplets in the gas. Uh, uh, so now what is vertical two-phase separators? In the right side, you can see the figure of the vertical two-phase separator. I would like to name all them, just like inlet diverter, liquid collection section, liquid gas, gravity settling section, mist extractor, pressure control valve, uh, level control valve. And one more thing I would like to tell you the functions of the inlet diverters actually, and some deep about the inlet diverter. A baffle plate can be a spherical dish, flat plate, angle, iron, cone, elbow, or just above anything that will accomplish a rapid change in direction and velocity of the fluid and thus disengage the gas and liquid. This is basically the function of the inlet diverter. The advantage of using devices such as half spheres, elbow, or cone is that they create less disturbance than plates or angle iron, cutting down or re-entrainment or emulsifying problems. Centrifugal inlet diverters use centrifugal force. I am actually just giving you the basic idea about the centrifugal inlet diverter. And not only this, some I will also like to mention some functions of the mist extractor. This, basically, when we are selecting about mist extractor for our vessel, some things which we have to keep in mind are size of droplet the separator must remove, pressure drop that can be tolerated in achieving the required level of removal, suspectability of the separator to plugging by solids if solids are present, and liquid handling capacity of the separator, whether the mist extractor can be installed inside existing equipment or it is requires a stand-alone vessel instead. Availability of the materials of construction, they are comparable with the processes. Okay, all mist extractor which we used in our vessel must based on some kind of intervention in the natural balance between gravitational force which will drag our droplets in the downward direction and the drag force which will drag the our liquid in the upward direction. So overcoming the drag force by reducing the gas velocity and by introducing additional forces such as venturi scrubbers, cyclones, electrostatic precipitator, increasing gravitational force by boosting the droplet size. So in this configuration, the inlet flow enters the vessel through the side. You can see it is present on the left side of the vessel. The liquid flows down to the liquid collection section. Liquid continues to flow downwards, just like as I told you in simple separator, through the section of the liquid droplet. As the liquid reaches equilibrium, gas bubbles flow counter to the direction of the liquid flow and eventually migrate to the vapor space. The level controller and liquid down valve operate the same as in a horizontal separator. The gas flows over the inlet diverter and then vertically upward towards the gas outlet. In the gravity settling section, the liquid drop falls vertically downward, counter to the gas flow. Gas grows through the mist extractor section before it leaves the vessel. Pressure and level are maintained as in a horizontal. So, what are three-phase separators? The three-phase separators are used to separate the process fluid into gas and the two liquids, that is oil and water. They are the combination of liquid-liquid, as we have to separate the liquid into two or further components, and the vapor-liquid separator. They are typically employed in oil and gas fields in downstream of. So what are vertical three separators? On the right side, the configuration, the diag figure has been given, which is same, exactly same as the two-phase separator, with the difference that it has downcomer, chimney, and spreader. Flow enters the vessel through the side, as in the horizontal separator. The inlet diverter separates the bulk of the gas. A downcomer is required to transmit the liquid through the oil-gas interface so as not to disturb the oil skimming action taking place. A chimney is needed to equalize gas pressure between the lower section and the gas section. The spreader or downcomer, which is present at the bottom of the vessel, is located at the oil water interface. From this point, as the oil rises, any free water trapped within the oil phase separates out. The water droplets flow counter current to the oil. Similarly, the water flows downward, and the oil droplets trapped in the water phase tend to rise counter current to the. But there are some drawbacks, as everything has some advantages and some disadvantages. I have told you earlier all the advantages and or the purposes for which the vertical separators are used. Now I'm going to list out some of the drawbacks of the vertical separators. The relief valve and some of the controls may be difficult to service without special ladders and platforms. The vessel may have to be removed from a skid for tucking due to height restrictions. Vertical separators are supported only by the bottom skirt. The walls of the vertical separator must be somewhat thicker than a similarly sized and rated horizontal separator, which may be supported by setters. Large vertical separator, when exposed to high winds, can be subjected to large loads. When this is the case, the vertical separator's wall thickness must be increased, which in turn increases the cost of the overall vessel. Thank you very much.